Hello, welcome to Teaching Tuesday. I'm Heather McGee. Today, we're going to be working on this tiny little gadget here. When we open it up, it becomes a paper fan. Sometimes when we have activities, we get so hot and it's nice to fan ourselves. But carrying a big fan is a little difficult sometimes. This one closes up and it's very tiny, so it can tuck in a pocket or a purse. Let me show you what you need today. You're going to need 2 sheets of paper. This is 8.5 by 11 paper. You can use construction paper, but this is just a white 8.5 by 11 printer paper. I have a pair of scissors, a glue stick, 2 popsicle sticks or wooden craft sticks if you haven't gotten them off of popsicles, 2 rubber bands, and some markers so I can decorate. Are you ready to get started? All right, here we go. You are going to need 3 half sheets of paper. I'm stacking both pieces together and we'll fold them in half like a hamburger bun. Fold there, crease that line down, and then when you open it back up, you have a good line that you can see right there that's going to divide your paper in half. I'm going to cut both of those sheets of paper in half at the same time. Right down the edge there. There. Now you have 4 half sheets of paper, but you only need 3. So I'm going to set the other one aside. Now, what we're going to do with each sheet of paper is exactly the same. We're going to start out with an accordion fold. I think many of you have done this before. So you're going to fold up one end, flip your paper over, fold the paper back on itself. And it kind of looks like a zigzag when you're using it. Turn the paper over, fold your edge again. You're just going to keep going back and forth. It's going to look like a set of steps by the time you're done with it. This is, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch wide. It will get a little crooked sometimes, but that will not matter in the long run. See, this is what this looks like. See that? Like I said, it's a little crooked. You can straighten that up. I'm going to do the same thing with each piece of paper. Fold your paper up from the bottom, turn it over, fold it back the other way. Just go back and forth. This is a fun idea. You can use this basic accordion fold, that's what we call it, is an accordion fold, for all sorts of projects. Now this particular project, we're going to be bending the paper, but sometimes you'll see people that will just do this, and it looks like a fan all by itself. See that? Oh. But we're going to leave ours squished together. Wait, one more. So you have 3 completed accordion fold papers. Now the project I used for a sample, I used yellow paper on. It's very cheerful. This one is just plain white paper. I'm going to decorate it a little bit. So I've got these. Now what I'm going to do on this one, now you can color on the pages. You could do any sort of design that you would like. I'm going to kind of mark the edges here, just right on the folds. Just going to put a line there on the folds. When it folds up, I'm going to see what this looks like. I'm going to put it together in my fan. Here's one. This one I'm folding a line, drawing a line where it's bumped up. See that? It's probably easier to decorate your whole piece of paper before you actually get started. But if you don't remember to do that, you can flatten your paper out a little bit and do it afterwards. There, so I have lines on my paper. And now I'm going to use a different marker. I'm going to put some polka dots in between. Just some polka dots. They're kind of spread out all over the place. Whatever design you want to use, you can. We talk so much about using our own ideas for artwork. That's one of the great things about artwork, is that each piece you make is special for you. And then we'll do the last piece here. This is a water-based marker. Means you can wash out off your hands. You still try not to get it on your clothes, but it will wash out. You could use crayons, you could use rubber stamps and make a stamp pattern on your paper. All sorts of possibilities. Now that I've got my polka dots on here, I'm going to line this back up and fold it back into my accordion. See that? With my accordion now, I'm going to fold it in half. See that? My little blue lines are all kind of tucked together there. Do the same thing with each one of these. Fold it in half. Pinch the edge. There we go. Get your accordions back up. Fold it in half. And pinch the fold. Now you have 3 pieces that you've put some decoration on, and they're all folded into accordions and then bent in half. The next thing you'll need is your glue stick. For each accordion, open up and put some glue down the middle and then squish it together. See that? It makes it 1 piece instead of 2 pieces. So when you open it up a little bit, there's your fold. Just run a glue line right down the middle and squish it shut. Same thing with each one of your accordion folded fans. There. Now you have 3. It's time to glue all of these together. Lay down one side. Put some glue across there. Take your next folded piece and lay that right on top. See how my blue sides are lined up here? See that? Okay, so that's squished down. Now we need to add 1 more piece. There we go. I do have my newspaper down so that I don't get glue on my worktop. So they're all lined up. Squish, 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 squish. Okay, now I'm going to let the glue dry just a little bit. There, I'm not going to pull it apart right now, but I am going to add the handles. So we're going to take your 2 popsicle sticks, put a good layer of glue on one of your sides, lay your popsicle stick right on top of it, and push it down. Turn it over. Try and keep the popsicle stick there. Turn the whole thing over. Do the same thing on the other side. You see that? So you've got a popsicle stick on each side. Here's the side I've colored. And I'm holding that shut. Now I have to tell you, it is much easier if you take your rubber bands. Take one rubber band. You're going to wrap it tightly around. Whoop! I just broke it. Rubber band tightly around your fan. There we go. See, it's on there nice and tight. So it's not going to open up. If you have your other rubber band, you can put it on this side to hold it nice and tight, and you can let it dry that way. You see, here's the sample I made. Here's the one that we just were working on. There we go. So we're going to let it dry there for a few minutes. We've been waiting for our little paper fan to dry. So one thing I forgot to tell you, and I hope you figured it out, is when you put your popsicle sticks on here, the part that sticks out on the end is not the side where the fold is. You see that? It's sticking out here. The fold, where all of them are folded together, is on the other end from where your sticks stick out. I didn't tell you that earlier, and I hope you figured it out. If not, you can take the sticks off and put them on the other way. I'm sorry. Ready to open it? If you've gotten it nice and dry, what's going to happen is you take each stick and then turn it around in a circle, and look, there's your fan. This is kind of nice. We've got a little bit of blue on the edge of it, some polka dots in the middle, and you can fan yourself whenever you get hot. Now, the best way to carry this is all folded up. So you take it around, and you can just put your rubber band right over top of it again, and it'll hold it closed in your pocket or in your purse. And then when you're ready to use it, you can just take that rubber band off, open up your fan, and you're all ready to go.